Hello all. Today we will discuss about observe and responsive types of the HTTP request. Observe and responsive type both are special parameters for the HTTP GET request like headers and params. These are also optional parameters for the HTTP request. So why we have to use the, first of all let me say that about responsive type. So if you see here this request, if you see the response, what is the response you are getting? So this is by default you are getting the response in the JSON format. Okay, but if you whenever you are try to give this JSON format into the text format. So let me say that I wanted to just give this format this JSON format into the text format to the this subscribe method. Okay, by default this subscribe method it is working based on the JSON format. See, this response is right now it's contained to the JSON format. So by default any kind of request, any kind of response from the API, it is by default taking as an application JSON format. So the same application JSON format, I am giving this JSON format to the subscribe method. Okay, so right now I am getting the response is the JSON format. Okay, but I wanted to give the not the JSON format, I wanted to give the text format to the subscribe method. So as per now response is the, it is having the JSON format. Okay, let me show you that. So refresh. So whenever we are getting the response from the API, that is right now that is a JSON format. Okay, response is the JSON format. Because of, as usual, once I'm getting the data, so from the response as well I am taking this format and I am applying this format into the subscribe method. So between that I wanted to change into the text format. So how to have to change that into the JSON format to the text format? So by using the response type I can change that. Okay, response type is equal to, I wanted to change into the text format. Okay, that's it. So by using the not only text format, so response type by default it is supporting to uh, three formats or four formats. That is the JSON format, which is by default subscribe method is going to be accepted. So next is the text, and one more is blob and array buffer. So if you wanted to see these four types, you can see under the HTTP response type. This response type, it can accept the text format and it can accept the array buffer, blob and JSON format. Okay, these four format. But by default, any kind of HTTP request can accept only the JSON format. But right now, I am telling to the Angular, whatever I am getting the response from the API, take that response and convert that response into the text format for the this subscribe method. Okay. Now I am saving. See here, I am unable to see the output. Why means I am getting the data. I am getting the correct data from the API. This is not a, this is correct only. I am getting the JSON format from the API. This is completely for the API data. But when I see this data into the Angular, see that is in the format of text. You see here, this is in the text format. Okay, this text format, what happened, right? This text format, right now this response contains the text format. So I can't, this text format doesn't contain to the data. So data I can apply whenever response having the JSON data only. But this is the wrong, right? So that's why you can see the, you are unable to see the output. Okay. Now, so now make this text into the JSON, then you can get the proper data. Okay. Now see that. See here, now I am getting the JSON data. Okay, this JSON data and the text data entry depends upon the response type. Be focus on that. This response type I am doing at my client side, not from the API. API is it's giving the great job here. It's giving to me in the application JSON format. Okay, see this contains the application JSON format. Okay, and I am trying to convert this application JSON format to the text format in the Angular here. Okay, so that's the reason I'm getting the text. Okay, not only that, if you try to see that blob type. Okay, now you can see that what is the blob type also. So once you apply the blob type, you are unable to see the data also. Okay, so blob is giving the different output. See, blob doesn't contain any data. This is the blob type. As well as if you want to response type is array buffer, you can apply the array buffer also. But the real time scenarios always JSON is the default response type. So if you don't want to apply this response type as JSON also, by default HTTP get a request response type, it contains the only JSON format. Okay, next type is observe. So observe always it is focused on the body of the this HTTP get request. Like response type is called JSON is the default format of the HTTP get request. The same way observe is the default, observe is the default parameter of the any kind of HTTP request. Observe is the body. Okay, I am observing the body of the HTTP gateway request. So that's the reason I am getting the out. I am getting the. Let me save this and see the output right now. So I have prepared the one more parameter, that is the observe body, which is the default parameter of the any kind of HTTP request. See right now I am observing this one. Suppose the response type is this is the JSON format, but I wanted to observe the response type. Means I wanted to change this response type as to the HTTP response. I mean I wanted to change this JSON object to the response type. So how to change? We can use the response type. So observe is always focus on the what is the it is observing, it is monitoring of this HTTP get request. So right now I am preparing that I wanted to the response type. Okay, I wanted to the response type. So which kind of response do you want? I wanted a HTTP response. So real-time scenarios based on this response only, we are handling the errors. Means error handling we can do by using the observe only by generally. Okay. Now say refresh. Let me save. Refresh. So if you refresh that, see the what is the object of that. That is a HTTP response. See, this is the HTTP response, right? So HTTP response contained to the body, headers, OK, status, but see, OK, status, text, type, URL. I didn't get these parameters. These five parameters. Okay, what I'm saying, these five parameters I'm not getting from the API. Okay, I'm getting the API only the body. So these five parameters automatically attached to the HTTP response. So why I got the HTTP response? Because of I'm observing by the HTTP get request. So I wanted to get the response in this format, response format. So that's the reason you are getting the response like this. Okay. So after that, what I have to do, see here, I am not having any data like here. I am not having any data because of, if you see the get customers, response content to the data. Because of earlier I got the observe as a body. So that's the reason I can able to write this kind of logic. Okay. But as per now, see here, I am having the body, headers, and OK, status, statistics, and type and URL. So where is the data here? Data is under the body, HTTP response body. Okay, you have to write the code like response body data. So now if write that now if you change the code like this, you can get the proper output. See. See, now you got the correct data, right? But you are getting, see, right now this is the JSON data. Again, come back to here. Now this is the JSON data, right? In case if you try to convert JSON to text, what will happen? Certainly, whatever we are seeing this body, this is JSON data, right? So now it is the text format. See here. Now I won't get any kind of output because of I'm getting the entirely as a text format. Okay, see here body, it contains to the entirely text format. Okay, so this is entirely text format. So you see here, it contains to the entirely text format. Okay, because of I will giving this is as a text. Okay, so like this way you have to change the responses by using the response type and observe. Okay, now I wanted to, whenever I'm getting the data from the API, I wanted to observe the events, like whenever if I'm going to refresh, so what will happen? Sent event is going on, right? So what this is right now, sent is going on. So once I'm getting that response, I'm getting, so events is going on, some sent event and response I'm getting, and progress is going on, something events you wanted to, if you wanted to monitor those kind of events, you can do by using the events. Observe by using the events, you can do observe. Not only on that, if you wanted to modify your response body, then you can do the by using the observe events. Okay, now see, right now I don't have any data, right? See, right now because of cannot read property data undefined, because of I'm getting the response is events. Okay, so that's the reason I'm getting the error. Okay, now, so I wanted to tap this one. See, if you see up, see here, what is the type is here? Type is called 0, and this type is 0, which is indicates the sent request. Okay, when I come back the request, that is the response body. So that response body which is giving to the proper data, but data is undefined. Because of, we'll see that why I am getting the undefined value. Okay, so go to get customers and put the breakpoint here. See here, once whenever you are sending the request, so what will happen? You don't have the any kind of the response data. So that's the reason you can't find out the data under the response. So that's the reason you are getting the undefined. See, right now type is called 0. Type 0 in the sense, see here, response type 0. Why I am getting the type 0? Because of I am making the observe as events, means type is indicates the sent event. Okay, now see, it is undefined. Let me say that I just wanted to use the code here. So whenever I don't have the data, okay, here, now you will see the data. So you can't find out the error in section, console section. See, console right now I don't have any error. So come to here. Right now body don't have the any undefined, so that's the reason it won't print any error. Okay, I'm handling by using the operator, nullable operator, because because of I am using the nullable operator here. So again click on that. So right now if you see here, response contained to the type is called 4. Earlier type is called to 0. 0 in the sense that is the sent request. Type is called 4 in the sense I am getting the response request. So how I am doing this? This is nothing but events. By using the event section, I am monitoring here which kind of event that is. This is the sentry event or response event. So you can calculate one thing. See, there is some real-time scenarios. There is just assume that there is a one progress bar. Okay. So I want the progress bar should be loaded based on the sent request and the response request. So what you have to do, right? So where you open that progress bar whenever sent request is going on. Okay, like make it as some set interval kind of that. So what is happening? It's loading. Okay, once you are getting the response from the server, at that time you can off that progress bar. So if you wanted to do this kind of activities, you can do by using the events of the observe. So observe by default it will give the for different parameters, different HTTP events. Among that, sent request and response request is the sent event and the response event are the very important. Now execute that. Now you will see the output, right? Now see. So if you wanted to tap the response from here, suppose if you wanted to tap the what is the response of this one, you can tap by using the by using the tap operator. So the tap operator it's completely comes under the this RxJS operators. Okay, let me tap that. So type tap if event type is equal to HTTP event dot sent. Right? Sent response. This, so whenever HTTP event is sent, okay. Now send, and if event type, HTTP event type is response. Okay. Now I wanted to do this code change. Let me add this tab operator under the RxJS. Tab. Here we need to add the tab. So tab should be under the RxJS operators, not under the RxJS. Import tab from RxJS operators. You have to import the tab under the RxJS operators. So by using the tab operator, you can do that. Event.type. So type is undefined, right? So makes this event is any. Yeah. Then you can ignore this message. So now, so if I am tapping the event, so event which is indicates the what is the return. Once I am getting the response from the HTTP request, I am transforming the, I am just cross checking the data after that response. Okay. I just wanted to cross check the data. What is the data? What is the response of that kind of data? In case that event type is equal to HTTP event. So like now I have shown you, right? Type is equal to 0 and type is equal to 4. That kind of that event type here, which is indicates the 0, and HTTP event. It is also indicates the 0 here. See, send 0 and upload progress is 1, response header 2, download progress 3, response 4, is responsible 4. So I am concentration on the response and sent. Okay, sent. So in case sent and event type is equal to same. Okay, these both are enum types. So let me add the one console. Okay, console. We can add okay, console.log event dot body. Okay, event dot body means response body. Okay, now see here, you are sending the request, means you are sending the request here. Send response, you are getting the response. Okay, set event dot body. Okay, like this way you have to monitor. Now save. Now see here, you are sending the response. Okay, you are sending the response is undefined, so that's reason response is 0, and you are getting the response, that is I am getting the response from the API, right? That response. So after that response is HTTP response. Okay, see, that is the difference. You have to make sure, you have to concentrate what is the difference between our observed events. So observed events, so you have to concentrate difference between what is the HTTP sent and what is the HTTP response. Okay, so in this way you can check by using the response type and observe. Okay, okay. Now, so this is the my proper HTTP API. Suppose in case if I pass the wrong API here, so I will definitely get the exception, right? So in this way, how we have to manage the errors and how we have to handle the errors. So by using the error handling, so we will see that into the next lectures. Please watch that. Thank you so much.